Hey, it's Michelle from the Salty Spirit. I'm so excited about this project because I've been wanting to do it for so long and finally I'm doing it. Okay, so we're gonna learn how to do sea glass framed art. We're gonna make a little picture out of sea glass. All you're gonna need is a shadow box. It works best with a shadow box because you have so much room behind the glass to work with. So it doesn't matter how big pieces of the sea glass are. I'm gonna have a link to purchase this shadow box in the description. Obviously you can get it on your own. 5x7 works best for this particular design. I'm going to show you how to make this cute Mr. Buck. Okay, and then we're also going to do a palm tree to stick with the tropical theme. Okay, so you need a shadow box, you need sea glass, you need a hot glue gun. And honestly, that's really it. In this one, I put some little shells. I'll have a link for that to buy as well, but you know, you can get creative. You can use sand, pebbles, whatever. And then I also just used a little piece of branch for his antlers. All right, so here we go. Okay, so we have our shadow box and I loosened up the back. So we're gonna just place this glass frame to the side. I'm not gonna need that. And this is what we're working on. Okay, so I love these frames because they already come with a pre-cut and attached linen material. What's the other word for a canvas? That's what it is, like a canvas material, which works so well when you are gluing. You would need a hot glue gun. That's it. Normally, hot glue gun is not all that reliable when gluing on certain surfaces, but when you're gluing the glass onto this canvas, it ain't moving. So yeah, so that's actually a good thing. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside for a second. And again, any time that you are doing any kind of a project with sea glass and you're making a particular picture, you want to kind of have it laid out in a way where you're going to know what you're doing. In other words, you're not just going to have a pile of sea glass and just be sifting through it as the glue is there. I mean, it becomes messy and then you make mistakes. So I kind of just like map out what I want. So for this project, it's going to be, one is going to be a palm tree and the other one is going to be a deer. It's so cute. I've never done the deer before. I've done lots of palm trees. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sifting through. So this is going to be the stalk trunk of the palm tree. And then I've already sifted out some pieces of green sea glass that are on the longish side because they're going to look like those palms. Okay. The deer is a lot harder. Okay. It actually took me a long time to kind of figure out like the body and the legs, but it's not impossible. And it's just really, this is a really good time to use those browns because they're not really used for a lot of things. A lot of people don't like brown sea glass jewelry. I personally love the ambers. Okay, so we have that all mapped out and then I'm going to just move this over and I'm going to also show you how I already mapped out my deer. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so I just pulled out all the pieces. So what I did, this kind of looks like a face. Okay, I'm going to just kind of place it before gluing his neck. Okay, his body, his little legs, kind of big legs actually, and his little tail. Now this is just little twigs you get in your backyard. Unless you live in a desert, you are going to find them on any kind of tree. And of course, it's winter here right now in the Northeast, so everything is dead. So it was just really easy to find the antlers for this little guy. Okay, so that's all set. Okay, the palm tree, like I said, we're going to do that right after this, and that doesn't need too much attention because it's just a lot bit of an easier design. Okay, and I forgot to mention that my little ear. So after I set all the glass in place, I just drew a little ear. What I used first was a pencil. Even though it's kind of hard to see, that's fine. That's what you want. You just want to do a very light outline of it and then fill it in with the, the permanent. Okay, so I'm going to start to glue. So I'm going to do his little head first. And there's not a lot of give with this, people. So once it's down, it's down. Okay. The stringies we'll take care of later. So now I'm going to do his neck. I'm already going to need a new glue stick. I should have replaced it, but that's okay. Let me zoom in a little bit here. And I checked with my husband to make sure it looked like a deer because I couldn't really tell. He said, fantastic. Absolutely, it looks like a deer. He is a nature guy, outdoorsy guy, so I got the approval from him. Okay, the body, and then the legs. And the thing that could be just a little bit tough with hot glue is that it does adhere very quickly. So there's really not a lot of room, or a lot of time, I should say, to correct any kind of mistake. Not impossible, but it gets a little tough because, like I said, it adheres really, really well. Okay, let me do his other leg. That one fits really good. And then the tail. Okay. And then just for the antlers, just kind of dot it along. Place it usually goes right close to the ear. Okay. And then let's let that dry totally before we move on. Okay, what I might add on later is just like a little black dot for his eye. Now, that's cute and everything, but I just feel like it's a little plain. I wanted to add a little something else. And I've said this in many of my other videos. I'm not an artist. I cannot draw to save my life. I am terrible, even with doodling. But I'm just going to give this a shot. I want to draw like a little, I don't know, like stalk branches with some green on it, as if he's like eating it. So I'm going to start with the pencil first. You can probably not even see it on the video. We'll see. Kind of like where it's like leaning. So it's to the, like a bending sort of motion. And then they meet at the bottom. And then I'll do another smaller one here. Okay. So yeah, you can see that. And then later I'll either go over it again with pencil or I'll do it with a black marker, a very fine black marker. But in the meantime, I'm going to then now just add a little greenery. And again, I just took out some small pieces of green here. These guys over here. So let me see. Maybe that should go like that. And then like that. And then just a tiny dot of it. Let me try one more. Maybe a little guy goes up here. Let's see, is that piece? That piece is good. Okay. Some exotic plant. Okay. All right. So I don't know. I think that will be it. Very simple, cute design. And like I said, I'm going to come back to it and I might just darken those branches, whether with more pencil or with a darker marker. So for this one now, oh gosh, okay. All right, so now for this one, I am going to do a palm tree. So the palm tree, it's I want to say it's simple. It's not. I mean, especially if it's your first time, it really takes time to figure out how the pieces work together. Now for the trunk, like I said, you can use those brown pieces, or what I even use, and I have these in my shop. I'll put the link to them in the description. These cute little shells can also be used as the trunk of the tree, like so. And then put the green pieces. For this one though, I am going to use brown sea glass or amber. Amber sounds so much more exotic. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see, a little dot. Now, palm tree usually has that bend, okay? And I always like to have that bend so that it then leans towards that whole sprout of green. So now remember, these have already been pre-picked out. So you're not scrambling as before that glue dries, okay? And everybody just loves palm trees. They're just such happy trees. That's there. Let's see. Yeah, I'll do that one. That's what I had picked out. Maybe I'll do one more. Give it a little bit close up. There. Okay. And then for the green pieces, for the palms themselves, I picked out a few of the longish pieces. Let me see. You know what? I might first put a little center. I always try to get one that's like square or even round and just have that as a centerpiece. And I'll show you how that works out. And you want the palms to go from the center out, fatter on the out. Okay, so see how it's skinnier and then fatter on the out. That's kind of like the way a palm tree looks, I guess, right? And just keep adding on as if you're creating a flower type design. That's, oops, you know what? That should be this side there, like so. Like so. I think I will need another one for sure. That one like that. It's kind of cute. Stick that one in there. Okay. Okay, so there is your palm tree. Simple. When I say simple, I mean just a simple design. Okay, and what I also like to do, again, you can even like have little pebbles or something, or even, I've even done it where I've sprinkled some sand, some craft sand, putting glue down and then sprinkling some sand. That actually makes it look really cool. But I'm going to just do these little shells at the base. So I'm just going to kind of smear a hot glue gun at the base of the trunk, palm tree. And again, you kind of got to move fast here. They are, doesn't give you a lot of time. Just to create like a little mound, I guess, if you will. Oops. Okay. I've also done ones where I've used blue sea glass. I know that's very rare, the blue. Or even just like fake blue sea glass or fake blue little chips, usually in the floral section, just to kind of make it like it looks like it's water coming up upon the little island there that I made. Okay, and you can always add a little more. Okay, so I'm following my own advice. I have a whole jar of these just like little pebble chips. Glass is actually what this is, and you can get it again any craft store in the floral section. It's like a vase filler, so you're just using very little. I think it's going to look really pretty, and this is like an aqua, like a pale kind of teal. So I think that would look really good with this design, seeing that maybe this is tropical water. So I'm just going to smear again a little bit of hot glue and then just sprinkle. And whatever sticks, fantastic. Whatever doesn't will fall away. And actually what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to create maybe even a little bit of a little tiny wave. I don't know how that's going to look, but we'll give it a try. So it's like you're drawing with the hot glue gun. And then we're just going to tap it. And then there you go. Yeah, just a little bit more over here. Kind of got to work fast, but it doesn't matter because if you miss your opportunity, you can always add more hot glue, I should say. And there you go. It's so pretty. It's such a fun little project, and it's excellent for those of you, and there's so many of you, who collect sea glass, and they're just sitting in jars all over your shelves or in your bathroom, and that's very pretty, but put it to use. Because something like this is just so simple, and it's probably not even going to put a dent in your collection. Okay, and then we also have this guy. So while we're still here, let me darken these branches a little bit. Not sure if the pencil will do. Let's see how it looks. Just a regular pencil. I think that's fine. I really do. Okay, so all you do is get your frame. Okay, it's just so user-friendly. And you don't have to worry about, things that are like the sea glass that's too thick, or these branches that obviously come off the surface. Because that's what a shadow box is. It gives you that room for it. And you just hook it on. I am going to have a link in the description to purchase these frames from me, because I have a lot of them in stock. I've bought them in bulk, so it's very cost effective for me, in which case it'll be cost effective for you. Or you can also obviously go on your own and buy them. But that's it. This is a 5x7, and it has the little hooks in the back to hang it. Oops. There you go. There is your rainy day project. Thank you so much for watching. I love hanging out with you guys. And subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions. See you next time.